Okay. All right, Shane. I'm starting the countdown in let's see, 20 seconds, and it'll be a 5-minute countdown. It's 5 minutes and 10 seconds. You're right. All right, 5 minutes now. And let me know how everything sounds. So let's see here. I'll try to give you a. Okay, let's see. We got now 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So anyway, hopefully it sounds real good. But let me know. I'm ready to go either way. And let me get all this stuff. Let's see. Okay, so 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Four minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Well, okay, so I got 4 minutes to go now. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Jason. Yes, I'm talking now. So anyway, right now it's got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Hopefully everything sounds good. Okay, great. Thanks. All right. So anyway, I'm going to pull up the stuff now. I'm going to pull up my game show. Let's see here. And for those of you fans tuning in, okay, it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds till we start the broadcast. So anyway, this is going to be the Hendricks County Game of the Week. For all you Plainfield fans, the game's going to be broadcast unusual here on Audio Sports, on AudioSportsOnline.com. And for all you other fans who normally just tune into the Game of the Week, yeah, this is going to be on. Hold that thought. Okay, 3 minutes to go now. But anyway, to finish what I was saying, this is also going to air on 98.9 FM WYRZ, the voice of Hendricks County, as the Hendricks County Game of the Week. So that makes it even more exciting. Should be a great game tonight between two teams. Of course, Plainfield's been a consistently good program for a long time. Franklin, has been struggling for a very long time, but now the turnaround story of the year is we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So anyway, I'm just really excited about the game tonight. And so, all right, we got, let's see now, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. So just sit tight, and then we will be starting the broadcast. And okay, very nice weather tonight too. Now down to 2 minutes to go. So anyway, I will be in touch with you. And so just, down a few slices of pizza up here in the press box, graciously provided to me by the fine staff here at Plainfield, my home away from home. So anyway, now we're down to 1 minute and 30 seconds here. So, all psyched about tonight's broadcast. 1 minute and 15 seconds. All right. So now we're down to just 1 minute. So anyway, I'll be right back here. 50 seconds, by the way.
LJS Contractors, Chris and John Monahan, and their 3 children. BCA Animal Hospital, Plainfield, Dr. Michael Hanlon, Chantel Mack, Janelle Williams. And
30 seconds.
Kay and Nick York. PHS fans, these businesses help live right booster clubs support all PHS athletic teams, players, and coaches. Help us thank them with these fine businesses by giving your business and big round of applause for the Quaker Nation.
Yeah, he and my son are on their way, so they should be here anytime. Yeah, so, yeah, he'll be glad to see us. So, anyway, thanks for dropping by. Hope you guys win tonight. A lot of fun commentating the teams. Hopefully, Chase will make a good play for you. So, anyway.
Cardinals last night.
Oh, thanks.
Did you watch that game? I did not. When you sent that text, because Bryce had 8 straight football, but we were home, and I'd done what I'd only seen the score on the phone, and I thought, Atlanta's going to win. And then you sent that.
Okay, so we're going on now in 38 seconds. And so thanks for bearing with me there. Anyway. So we got 25 seconds now. And it looks like they're going to start the national anthem here. But anyway, well, okay. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air presents the Hendricks County Game of the Week on WYRZ. Tonight's game is underwritten by Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air, Panuni's Pizza and Wings, Indy Propane, and Wilkinson Insurance. Hello, and welcome to the campus of Plainfield High School. My name is Lec Zorn, and I'll be bringing you all the action as your Plainfield Quakers challenge the Franklin Grizzly Cubs in Week 7 of the Indiana high school football season. Well, last week, your Quakers had a setback, losing to the arch-rival Decatur Central Hawks by a score of 42-38. Plainfield did a lot of good things offensively and outgained the Hawks from scrimmage 413 to 349, but missed 4 of 6 extra point attempts and lost a fumble at the Decatur Central 1-yard line. It was the Quakers' 9th consecutive loss to their closest geographic rival, and the two teams could be meeting again at the tournament in 3 to 5 weeks. Tonight, Plainfield tries to get back on track against the Franklin Grizzly Cubs, who've been one of the worst upper-class programs in the state over the last generation, but are now the turnaround story of the year. After 22 consecutive seasons of finishing at 500 or below and going 3-17 in the first 2 seasons under head coach Chris Cole, the Grizzly Cubs have suddenly caught fire, entering this game with a record of 5-1 and averaging a whopping 45.8 points per game. Now, so far this season, Plainfield has rushed 244 times and passed 91, a ratio of 2.7 to 1. Junior starting quarterback Aiden Moyers has completed 43 of 59 passes, an outstanding 72.9% for 539 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. In addition, sophomore Cale Vanderbush has also played in every game, completing 19 of 32 passes for 226 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Their leading receiver is freshman Noah Hessung, who has 18 receptions for 252 yards and 1 touchdown, followed by junior Seth Weiniger with 10 receptions for 114 yards and 1 touchdown, junior Keegan Scheffler with 7 receptions for 92 yards, and senior Evan Clark with 7 receptions for 86 yards and 1 touchdown, and junior Jack Beebe with 8 receptions for 84 yards and 1 touchdown. On the ground, the Quakers are led by 2-star seniors, both of whom put up similar numbers and are big college prospects. Jarrett Stephen, who has 90 rushes for 565 yards and 8 touchdowns, and Ricky Alsum with 96 rushes for 542 yards and 8 touchdowns. Aforementioned sophomore quarterback Cale Vanderbush also does very well in this category with 22 rushes for 261 yards and 4 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Franklin has rushed 241 times and passed 140, a ratio of 1.7 to 1. Senior quarterback Drew Byerly has completed 71 of 139 passes for 1,138 yards, 15 touchdowns, and only one interception. His leading receiver is senior Christian McClure, who has 24 receptions for 481 yards. That's 20 yards per reception and 10 touchdowns. In addition, junior, and at that we will pause for the national anthem. Well, thank you to the Plainfield Thank you to the Plainfield Marching Quakers for that lovely rendition of the national anthem. Anyway, back to the Plainfield's for the Franklin statistics here. Junior Isaiah Klein has 13 receptions for 243 yards and 3 touchdowns, and senior Peyton Rubel has 8 receptions for 118 yards and 1 touchdown. On the ground, the Grizzly Cubs are led by junior Jalen Ward with 118 rushes for 748 yards and 8 touchdowns, while aforementioned senior quarterback Drew Byerly has 108 rushes for 687 yards and 12 touchdowns. Plainfield's head coach is Brian Woodard, who's 82 and 65, 82 and 65 in his 14th season with the Quakers. Franklin's head coach is Chris Cole, who's 8 and 18 in his 3rd season with the Grizzly Cubs, and 87 and 61 in his 14th season overall. He previously served as head coach here in Hendricks County with Tri-West from 2006 to 2016, winning the Class 3A state championship in 2014. Well, at this time we'll take a short pause for a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with the opening kickoff. Plainfield Franklin coming at you live under the Friday Night Lights. Next. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement, and serves all of Hendricks County and West Indianapolis. Their phone number is 317-445-8399. That's 317-445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net and their Facebook page by searching for Westside Plumbing. Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg delivers to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and wings are always available. They're located at 1447 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 317-286-3500. That's 317-286-3500. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday open till 11 p.m. More information can be found on their Facebook page as well as their website, panuni.com. Panuni.com, that's P-A-N-O-O-N-Y.com. That's P-A-N-O-O-N-Y.com. Indy Propane is located just west of Danville and services all of Hendricks County and surrounding areas. They service residential, commercial, and farm propane needs, whether for fuel or heat, in a variety of propane containers. More information can be found at indypropane.com. That's indypropane.com. Their phone number is 317-539-4656. That's 317-539-4656. And normal office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That's 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Wilkinson Insurance offers home, auto, life, and business insurance through several different companies. They shop and find the one that fits your budget and needs. They're located at 314 East Main Street in Brownsburg. That's 314 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And their phone number is 317-852-8330. That's 317-852-8330. More information can be found at WI-Furniture. More information can be found at WI-insure.com. That's WI-insure.com. Wilkinson Insurance. Well, back here at Plainfield, we're just a few minutes away from kicking off. This is in addition to our regularly scheduled game here on audiosportsonline.com for Plainfield. This is also the Hendricks County game of the week, so this game is also being broadcast on FM radio on 98.9. And for those of you who are listening on the FM, I just want you to know that you can see this game, hearing the same radio commentary, but also with video on audiosportsonline.com. Just go to audiosportsonline.com and type in, click on Plainfield Quakers football near the top of the page. So anyway, we've got a very pleasant early October evening. This is Game 7 of 9 of the season, the first game in October. Right now, it's 65 degrees here. We had a high projected of 69 degrees here in Plainfield. I believe this is the first time that it did not get to at least 70 degrees since May. It's been an unusually hot summer, and we got a nice breeze blowing into the press box here. So for the fans, this should be a very, very pleasant evening. You know, we've had some games that, we've had some extremely, at least very unpleasantly hot weather on game days this year, sometimes getting up into the late 80s or to the upper 80s or lower 90s. Tonight, it should be very pleasant from start to finish. It's the first game all season in which I've been wearing long sleeves. I have a sweatshirt on right now. And so, anyway, right now the captains for both teams are out on the center of the field for the pregame coin toss. And we got a very nice crowd here on the Plainfield side. We have, looks like, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,500 fans. And then across the field, we have about 150 Franklin fans who made the trip, which normally would be about 40 minutes, but under 465 conditions, probably about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half. In fact, I actually got held up for about 10 minutes on I-70 coming here from my day job in downtown Indianapolis. Anyway, it's this is showing you how much things can change quickly. This is a series that's been thoroughly dominated by Plainfield over the years. The Quakers have won 20 of the last 22 matchups against the Grizzly Cubs. However, all of a sudden, Franklin, after going 3-17 in the first two seasons under head coach Chris Cole and having not had a winning season since all the way back in 1996, the Grizzly Cubs enter this game at 5-1 and ranked number 9 in the state in Class 5A, while Plainfield is ranked 15th. So playing here at Plainfield, probably this game, if they took betting on, if there were betting lines on high school football, this game would probably be about even in the odds. But I really believe that if Plainfield, as the kickoff goes out of the end zone for a touchback, and Plainfield will start off on offense. But, I believe that if Plainfield, last week Plainfield, really beat itself in that Decatur Central game, losing a fumble on the Decatur Central one and missing 4 of 6 extra point attempts. So we left right there. We left 11 points on the field, and we lost the game by 4. So anyway, start off the game. The screen pass is complete, and he's got the first down and more. So good start to the game. Aiden Moyers threw he threw a screen pass to Jack Beebe, who takes it up for about 12 yards there. So, it's definitely you don't want to start down in a hole against. And now a handoff there to Ricky Alsum, who's nearly got another first down right there. So they're going to give him credit for they're marking him at the 33. So that's a gain of 9 there by Alsum. So now the Quakers line up 2 receivers to the right. And now handoff there, and he's got the first down. That was Alsum again. Only got about 2, but he did move the chains. That's the important thing. So 3 very productive plays to start off the drive for the Quakers. 11:09 to go and counting here in the first quarter. This is the Hendricks County Game of the Week here on WYRZ. And now fakes the handoff and screen pass over to Beebe. He makes the catch, and he dives forward for a gain of 6 or 7. So he's going to be marked at the Franklin 47 there, a gain of 7. So Moyers has completed his first 2 passes, both to Beebe for 21 yards. Now a handoff there to Alsum, and he's stopped about a yard short of the first. Alsum's first carry of the game. So 3 for 13 to start off the game for Ricky Alsum. And in fact, they're calling timeout for a measurement. But yeah, definitely with Plainfield averaging a whopping 45.8 points per game, it's very important that we don't get in a hole. That we start off in the lead. So it looks like he's about 6 inches short there of the first down, thanks to the measurement there. Franklin's, like I said, Plainfield has won 20 of the last 22 against Franklin. Franklin's last win came 6 years ago, beating an injury-depleted Plainfield team 42-28. Right here at Plainfield. So now we got 2 receivers to the left. And now it's quarterback sneak, and Moyers has the first down and about 3 more maybe. They're going to give him credit. Yeah, he's got the first. So a 2-yard gain there by Aiden Moyers on his first keeper of the game. Of our 2 main quarterbacks, Cale Vanderbush is the more productive rusher, but Moyers certainly coming through there on that quarterback sneak. So now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And now screen pass. Beebe's got it again, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 36. So 3 completions by Moyers, all to Beebe. That one coming from 6 yards. Their 3 passes have gone for 27 so far. So now 2 receivers to each side. Handoff there to Jarrett Stephen, his first carry of the game. He and Alsum are about even, and Stephen does get the first down there. So an 8-yard rush there by Jarrett Stephen, who's really dramatically increased his college stock this season. After 3 years at Plainfield as a backup, he transferred here to Plainfield and is doing very well. And there's some movement and a flag, the first flag of the game there. And, I commentated Jarrett Stephen for the last 3 years. Avon is also an audio sports online school. And like Plainfield, Avon has us not only broadcast their varsity games, but also some JV and freshman games. So I've been watching Jarrett Stephen for 3 years. Hold that thought. Three receivers to the left now. Screen pass now to Steven. He's got some room over the right side. He's got a first down inside the 15 there. So that's a gain of about 14 yards for Steven. So Moyer's perfect on the game so far. So they've got him marked now at the 13, so that's a 15-yard pickup there. The first reception to anyone other than BB in this game. .909 to go in the first quarter now. Give it to Alsum again. He's hit, spins around, gets maybe a yard. 8:57 to go and counting here. And, I'll tell you, when you have the kind of offense that Franklin does, the best thing to do is keep them off the field. Plainfield has done that so far, so it's fine with me if they consume another 2 or 3 minutes and then get the touchdown, as Alsum gets no gain there. So 2nd and 10 at the 13 for the Quakers. Now fakes the handoff to Alsum. Screen pass, and he breaks the tackle, gets inside the 10 up to about the 8. That was Noah Hessling, the freshman, who is the leading receiver on this team. So that'll bring up about 3rd and 5 there. Very unusual for a freshman to be the leading wide receiver on a team that's on a team, really anywhere in high school football, but especially at one of the higher levels. Plainfield being Class 5A out of 6. Now direct step to Steven. He's got some room. He drives forward. He gets about 2. So that'll bring up 4th and short for the Quakers. Will they go for the Steven? Okay, they only give him credit for 1. I thought he'd get a slightly better spot than that. So Steven 2 for 9 on the first possession. So now Harris Nichols attempting a 25-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good. So with 7:23 to go in the first quarter, Plainfield opens the scoring. Nichols, and that's certainly that's good for his confidence after he went only 2 for 6 on extra points last week, which was a huge contrast to the 22 for 22 that he was going into the game. So it's a 3-0 Plainfield lead. Wish we had started with the touchdown. Nevertheless, at least we got some points out of that drive. And, we looked very good. No spectacular plays, but, every play was productive, except for, the one where, Alsum was stopped for no gain. And Moyer's 5 for 5. So, pretty good start to the game for the Quakers. Let's see where we go from here. Franklin does have one heck of an offense, maybe the best in Class 5A. Cool evening in October. The playoffs start 3 weeks from tonight because it's a 5-week sectional. Plainfield might not get the first round bye. We'll see. The sectionals ended up being a lot bigger, and our sectionals ended up being a lot tougher than it looked like it was going to be during the off season. But the Quakers have their best team maybe of the decade. So now the kickoff taken just inside the 10, right up to the 30, and run with authority up to the 35. That was Jalen Ward there on the return for Franklin. He took the ball and started, looking like he was trying to go 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds. I mean, he really turned on the accelerator. So, I'm really excited about getting my first look at this Franklin offense. Certainly, it's going to be a big contrast to the Franklin offenses I've seen in the past. They line up with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Drew Byerly, the quarterback, in shotgun. Jalen Ward, the running back. Ward gets it, and they're on top of him. We got a flag. If it counts, it'll be a gain of about 2. So let's see. 7:13 to go here in the first quarter. face mask against Plainfield. So it's a disappointing start for Plainfield. Ward gets 2 on that rush, and then the Grizzly Cubs get 10 free yards on top of that. So 1st and 10 for the Grizzly Cubs at their own 42. Let's get a stop here, boys. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Byerly gives it again, and this time he breaks through past the 50. He's got the first down. So Jalen Ward getting 12 yards there on his second rush. 2 for 14 now. So we gotta, we've got to get a stop here, show that we can contain this offense. So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap, fakes the handoff to Ward, throws up the middle, but it is too high. Boy, I'll tell you, and we're lucky. If that pass had been a little lower, the intended receiver was Peyton Rubel. He might have taken it in for the touchdown. Nevertheless, Byerly incomplete on his first pass of the game. So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Byerly in shotgun. Ward, the running back. Takes the handoff. Fakes the handoff. And he got it. He gets rid of it. Oh, no. Oh, my God. We almost had him for a sack. He got rid of it and completed it to Rubel. Oh, no. That's terrible. Just terrible. So they get the ball up to the 30 now. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And now fakes the handoff. He gets the handoff over to Ward, and he takes it up to about the 15. I think he's going to get the first down. Jace Weinger in there on the tackle. So 3 for 24 to start off the game for Byerly, or for Ward, excuse me. So 2 receivers to the right now, 1 to the left. Now, hands off again over to Rubel. This time, he changes direction, but he's brought down right around the line of scrimmage, maybe for a slight loss. First play in which Ward has not gotten positive yardage. He loses a yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 11. We really need to get a stop here. So now we've got Rubel and Max Lancer lined up to the left. Christian McClure lined up to the right. Byerly in shotgun. Ward, the running back. And now fake the handoff to Ward, and Byerly takes it for his first keeper of the game. So now Byerly gets credit for 2 on that one. 3rd and 9, very big 3rd and 9 for the Quakers defense. And now he's under pressure. We got him for the sack. The ball comes loose. Is it a fumble or a pass? He's called an incomplete pass. Nevertheless, it's 4th and 9. So, all right. So nice job clamping down by the Quakers defense once they got, once they were in trouble. All right. So now the Grizzly Cubs going for a field goal here. The holder is Reed Roberts. Trying to tie it from a 30-yarder. And it's blocked! It's blocked! It's a live ball! And we got it! And it's brought up to the about the 26 or 27. So after Franklin moves the ball largely at will to start off the drive, the Quakers defense clamps down and blocks, and then we block a field goal. So we still retain the lead, 3-0 with 4:53 to go. Now let's get a touchdown here, make it a multiple possession lead, and that'll. That'll force Franklin to play from multiple possessions down. And, well, obviously, but I mean, it'll put more pressure on their offense to sustain drives. So now Aiden Moyers in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Handoff there to Alsum. He's hit at the line, plows his way up. He might get forward progress for 1 or 2. So Alsum gets credit for 1 there. 5 for 14 for Alsum. The senior having a breakout season. So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, Alsum the running back. Moyer still in at quarterback. Screen pass, it is complete. And breaks a tackle, spins around, dives. I think he's got the first. Brigham Weist there, I think he's got the first down. He does, they move the chains. So Moyers has started off 6 for 6 for 61 yards. Completed passes to 4 different receivers. Brigham Weist, the latest. Weist, one of the relatively few senior offensive stars for this team. Most of these guys are going to be back next year. Now handoff there to Alsum, takes her on the right side. He's got some room, and he's dives. He's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first down. .350 to go and counting. Let's just keep, so they give Alsum credit there for 9 yards. So 2 receivers to each side now. Jarrett Stephen back in there at running back. 3:32 to go and counting in the first quarter. And because there have been, no incomplete passes and we've never gotten out of bounds, we've kept the clock moving the whole time we've had the ball, which is good, keeping, giving the Quakers, the Grizzly Cubs, less time. So now a keeper there by Moyers. He goes over the left side and runs out of room, and he's brought down for a loss of 2 or 3. So set back there for the Quakers. We got to get a first down here. Keep this drive going. So we hit the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Plainfield 3, Franklin 0. The Quakers hit a field goal and then blocked a field goal attempt by the Grizzly Cubs. First keeper of the game by the second keeper of the game by Moyers. So now 2 receivers to each side. Stephen, the running back. Stephen gets it. He gets almost brought down, but he found some room over the left side of the field, and he gets the first. So he's pushed out of bounds, but we got the first down. That's the biggest thing by far. So that's a solid gain there by Jarrett Stephen. Gain of about 3 yards there. So now let's see. We've got Carson Works lined up to the left, three receivers to the right. I believe Stephen is still in there at running back. Yes, Stephen gets it, and he's brought down for 2 or 3. 2:05 to go and counting in the first quarter. 7:20 your time of day. Very fast-moving game so far. Stephen with 2 yards on that one. Stephen, very well could be with the Division I college a year from now. Certainly he will be playing college ball somewhere. So now Moyers takes it. Now he passes up the middle, and it's intercepted. Oh, no. Intercepted. So he faked a pass once, then threw up the middle, and it was taken by Wyatt Strain of Franklin. So the first 6 passes by Moyers were completed to Quakers. That one completed to a Grizzly Cub. And now Franklin takes over at their own 46. So come on, we just got to get defense has got to get another stop here. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Plainfield 3, Franklin 0, but the Grizzly Cubs averaging 45.8 a game, so you got to be careful. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes the handoff now. Pass over to Rubel. It's complete, and he's got it for about 6 yards there. He got it past the 50. So Jace Vinger with another tackle there for the Quakers. 6 yards there on the pass. And now a handoff there to Ward, and he gets about 3. He's just short of the first down. Rubel with both receptions for the Grizzly Cubs, by the way. So they give Ward credit for 2 on that one, bringing up 3rd and 2. So let's get a stop. Now, quarterback keeper there by Byerly. He does have the first and about 1 more. So Byerly picks up 3 there. He's 2 for 5 on the ground. 1:01 to go. Now the clock stops to move the chains. Franklin has the ball 1st and 10 at the Plainfield 43. Coming at you live here on WYRZ 98.9 FM, the voice of Hendricks County. This is the Hendricks County game of the week. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now fakes the handoff there and throws up the middle, and it is caught there for the first down. He's brought down at about the 30. So that'll be a gain there of 13 yards there. And Jace Vinger with another tackle. And that's Max Lancer there on the reception. At least 3 tackles by Vinger already here in the first quarter. Now handoff again to Ward, and this time he's up for about 6. And they give Ward credit now for they give him credit for 6 yards on that one. I have him 6 for 31. And now Franklin's going to let the clock run out. So after 1 quarter of play here at Plainfield, very nervous playoff type atmosphere. Plainfield 3, Franklin 0, but the Grizzly Cubs driving. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on 98.9 FM WYRZ, the voice of Hendricks County. Assured Electric is Indiana's number one. Assured Electric is Indiana's number 1 electric solution. They can handle all of your residential electric needs. Located in Plainfield. Learn more about their services by visiting their website at assuredelectric.com. That's assuredelectric.com, or by calling 317-279-6006. That's 317-279-6006. Bud Green is an associate broker with Remax Centerstone. His phone number is 317-626-5826. That's 317-626-5826. Learn more about Bud's listing services and opportunities at letassellyourhome.com/agent/Bud-Green. That's letassellyourhome.com/agent/Bud-Green. Well, back here at Plainfield, we're about to resume play here in the Hendricks County Game of the Week with your Plainfield Quakers leading the Franklin Grizzly Cubs by a score of 3-0. Now a handoff there to Ward. He slips but still manages to get 2 or 3 yards, so that'll bring up 3rd and short for the Grizzly Cubs. 11:50 to go here in the second quarter. They give him credit for 2, so I have Ward 7 for 33 already, seeing a lot of action. So now 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Byerly in shotgun. Gives it to Ward again. Plows forward. I think he's got the first. So, yes, he does. So the Grizzly Cubs get back into the red zone. Last time they did, Plainfield's defense clamped down and then blocked a field goal so that Plainfield retained the lead. Now, screen pass over. I believe that's Rubel who's got it. He takes it inside the 10. So now, of course, that was Lancer, excuse me. Picks up about 9. Lancer with a second reception. So now, handoff there to Ward. He plows up the middle. He tries to get the first, and he's knocked a couple of yards back. I don't know if he'll get forward progress out to the first down or not. Doesn't look like it, so that'll bring up 3rd and short. They're marking him down for no gain. So now 3rd and 1 there for the Grizzly Cubs. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Now a keeper there by Byerly, and he's got the first and more up to about the 6. So 10:18 to go. The Grizzly Cubs will take the lead with a touchdown. So got a yard more than I thought. Byerly now takes him up to the 5. So 1st and goal at the 5. Very big stand for the Quakers defense here. 2 receivers to each side. Byerly hands off to Ward. They're ready for him. He plows forward, gets a yard, maybe 2. 10 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Plainfield leading 3-0. Hit a field goal, then blocked a Plainfield field goal. But, however, the Quakers on their second possession threw an interception. And there Ward gets credit for 1. So now same formation. And now near sack, throws into the end zone. And he threw the end zone for Lancer. Incomplete, but we got at least 2 flags here. I think it's going to be pass interference against the Quakers, which would make it half the distance to the goal and set up first and goal at the 2. A couple of officials are deliberating, but let's see. Yeah, so there it is, half the distance to the goals. So now Franklin knocking on the door of a touchdown. They have their 4. They have 4 plays to knock it in 2 yards. And now keeper there, and Byerly takes it in for the touchdown. So the Grizzly Cubs on their second possession of the game take the lead. A 2-yard touchdown rush by Drew Byerly. Drew seeming to become a very big quarterback name in the last generation. And now the extra point is up and good. So your score with 9:35 to go. Seven 7-3 your score now. So anyway, disappointing turn of events there, and God, if we hadn't thrown that interception, and that's why I remember I emphasized that I thought we would win if we didn't commit any turnovers today. But actually, it might have been before we went on the air when I said that, when I was just doing the sound check. Nevertheless, I felt we would win with the turnover-free performance, but we don't have that. So anyway, that was the first score in nearly a quarter's worth of action. This has been such a fast-paced game. So now we just got to get something going here on offense. We can't afford to let Franklin get the ball with a chance to take a 2-possession lead. Owen Malin is the kicker for the Grizzly Cubs. Come on, boys. So now taken by at the 10 around to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so nice return up to about the 33. That was Carson Works there for Plainfield. And the thing is, with the kind of offense that Franklin has, it's a very, unappealing proposition to go down by 2 possessions. So we really got to get a score here, especially since, for the most part, we have not shown that we can contain this offense, with the exception of, near the end of the first drive. So your score, Franklin 7, Plainfield 3. $9:30 to go here in the second quarter. Now, handoff there, snap to Vanderbush. He's got a good gain there of about 8. Vanderbush with his first action at quarterback tonight. Vanderbush, the better rusher of our two quarterbacks. Started 3 games last year to replace the injured Aiden Warriors. Started 3 games as a freshman. They give him credit for 9 yards on that one. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now looking over to the sideline for instructions. And I believe, we got a flag here. And it's going to be against Plainfield, so wiping out 5 of the 9 that we just got. We got to, avoid penalties, especially silly penalties. Plainfield, they've won. They've alternated between 2 wins and 1 loss this season. They won their first 2, then lost, then won their next 2, then lost. Now trying to avoid consecutive losses for the first time this season. So now, Vanderbush starts to run, but he pitches back to Alsum, who gets about 4. So that'll bring up 3rd and short. Alsum's second carry of the game. He gets 4. I have him 7 for 27 now. So now for the Quakers, we've got BB and Hessling to the right. 1 receiver to the left. Now a handoff there to Alsum. Takes it over to the left side. They stop him, though. They stop him maybe for a loss. So it'll bring up 4th down. And the Quakers showing no sign of sending the punting unit onto the field. This would be a very high-risk time to go for it. But, maybe we feel like, it's worth the risk. So now Alsum after a gain of -1 there, 1 receiver to each side. Vanderbush could be trying to draw them off sides. You never know, but Vanderbush in shotgun. Alsum the running back, 1 receiver to each side. Takes the snap. No, he punts it. And it takes a long. It's at the 20, but takes a Franklin bounce down to about the 23. So now Franklin does have the ball with 8:10 to go in the half, with the chance to take a 2-possession lead. And remember, Franklin does get the ball first to start the second half, so we need to get a stop here. Better yet, a turnover. Franklin has moved the ball relatively easily, except that when they got it down when they got it 1st and 10 at the Plainfield 15 in the first quarter, Plainfield did, clamp down, made a couple of big plays, and then blocked a field goal. So now the Grizzly Cubs, 2 receivers to each side. Ward, the running back. Byerly in shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Screen pass now over to the right. It's complete, and he gets up for about 6 or 7. That was Rubel again. And with 8:01 to go, they're going to give him credit for 8 yards on that one. So now, handoff there to Ward. He runs with his head down. I think he's got 3 yards. He does have the first and maybe a little more. So, yeah, Ward gets enough for the first down. It's a pick of about 3. 1st and 10 at the 35 now. Now, Byerly takes it himself, but they're right on top of him. He gets forward for 1 or 2. Looked like they might bring him down for a loss, but he did find a little room on the right side. 7:28 to go in counting, second quarter. Franklin 7, Plainfield 3. So, Byerly with already his 5th keeper of the game. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ward, the running back. Handoff to Ward. This time we're ready for him, and we somewhat contain him. We stop him for a gain of 2 or 3. Looks like they're mark him right. Yeah, they mark him just behind the 40. To give him credit for 3 there. That'll bring up a very critical 3rd and 5 for the Quakers defense. 6:43 to go and counting here in the quarter. In the half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Byerly in shotgun. Takes it and fakes a pass. He's pressured. Gets rid of it, but it's caught past the 50 for the first down. Oh, no. Just when it looked like we might get their offense off the field. And it was Ward with his first reception of the game. This coming from 11. So 1st and 10 at the Plainfield 49. So now drops back. He's pressured. And he takes it. Oh, no. He manages to get a gain of about 6 out of it. So we've nearly gotten Byerly in a sack 3 or 4 times tonight where he's managed to get out of it either by a good rush or by, or simply by getting rid of it. 6 for 20 on the ground for Byerly so far. That brings up 2nd and 3. And now handoff there to no, he fakes it, takes it himself. He's got the first down to more past the 35, past the 30, and he could go all the way. Yes, he will. So Drew Byerly with a 42-yard touchdown keeper, and Franklin threatening to break this game open now with 6:11 to go here in the second quarter. The Grizzly Cubs take a 13-3 lead with the conversion pending. Chilling silence now on the Plainfield side of the field. This is not a good sign. Extra point is up, and it is good there by Owen Malin. So with 6:11 to go here in the first half, your Plainfield Quakers in trouble. They trail the Franklin Grizzly Cubs 14-3 here on AudioSportsOnline.com. The 2 touchdowns for Franklin coming 3 minutes and 24 seconds apart. Byerly, by the way, also had the first Franklin touchdown in the first Franklin touchdown as well. That coming from 2 yards. This one coming from 42. All right. Now we really got to get something going, especially because, this very well could be our last possession of the half. I don't want to go into the locker room with any more than a 1-possession deficit, especially since Franklin gets the ball first to start the second half, and we've done very little to contain their offense so far. Now I understand why Coach Woodard on his weekly show here on AudioSportsOnline.com said that Franklin was scary. Their offense sure has been. I back in 2016, I split most of that season as the main commentator both for Plainfield and for Tri-West. I commentated 8 Tri-West games, 6 Plainfield games. And at that time, Chris Cole, now the Franklin head coach, was the Tri-West head coach. He guided the Bruins to a Class 3A state championship back in 2014. And while that Tri-West team was not that talented, they had outstanding chemistry. So now, Malin for the kickoff here. Plainfield's got to get something going. Squibs it, fielded on a hop about the 15, brought up. Now works, has got some room over on the left side, past the 30, and he is brought down at about the 35. So Plainfield with a little over half a quarter to do something. First and 10 at the 36 for the Quakers. Come on, boys. Let's do it. So now we got 2 receivers to the right. I believe Steven is in there at running back now. Now, hand off to Steven with their right on top of him. They bring him down right around the line of scrimmage. Vanderbush still in there at quarterback. We'll see, how long it is before the starter Moyers comes back in. Actually, they mark Steven down for a loss of 1. Got to get something going. 2nd and 11 at the 35 now. Low snap. Vanderbush, and he's gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So a very critical 3rd and long, dreaded 3rd and long for the Quakers. And Franklin showing some very good rushing defense here. And Plainfield has had some decent success on passing offense, but they need to expand that to open up more doors for the wide receivers. Now we got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Vanderbush in shotgun, takes it. He's got time, rolls over to his left. He starts running with it. And, he slips and falls for a loss. Oh, no, so that brings up 4th and long. So that drive apparently will end up being a bust for Plainfield. 4:33 and counting here to go. 4:33 and counting here to go in the first half. Franklin 14, Plainfield 3. Loss of 2 yards there by Cale Vanderbush. And I'd imagine we'll see Moyers back in on the next possession. So now, Vanderbush gets the punt off. It's high. Bounces at the 35. Takes a Plainfield bounce. And now goes out of bounds right around the 30. I've mentioned Jace Vinger a few times tonight. I was glad to see his grandfather, Phil, in attendance tonight. He came up and introduced himself to me. I saw him most recently 4 years ago when he and his wife Ann were here to watch a